meeting. Roll call, please. Here?
Here.
Unless she almost said dilly-dilly. Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No.
No, sir.
Number 4, approval of the minutes of the meeting of August 28th, 2025.
Motion to approve those minutes.
And I second them.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Number 5, bid openings for downtown train station. And it looks like we have 2. The first one is from Gary Up Construction out of Gary, Indiana. Okay. Okay, let's see here.
It's not tabbed for you.
Nope. And that would be sweet, too. Yeah. Okay, we have the bid proposal. We have the Form 96. Non-collusion affidavit and the bid bond. And their bid is 13, is that 13 million? $13,787,500. Again, that's $13,787,500. That's from Gary Up. The second one is from the Pangier Corporation. We have the bid proposal. We have the bid bond. Form 96. And
Sorry. Football season is.
you guys all know what that means.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Tonight for
And I
football.
reminded
Tonight,
everybody
yes.
else to turn their phones off.
Okay. She will have to pay a fine, just so everybody's aware. And the non-collusion affidavit. And the bid from Pangier is $13,768,368. $13,768,368. Let's go together.
I see you refer this to the consultant for review, tabulation, and recommendation, please.
Okay, motion to refer this to engineering for their consultants to review, tabulate, and recommend.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives.
Sorry, this didn't make the agenda. Milestone Contractors is resurfacing 165th between Columbia and Euclid. They're seeking to do lane restrictions beginning on September 16th. All work is weather dependent. I will have a letter to give to the board secretary after the meeting, and so if I could get your concurrence. One lane will be open in each direction. They're going to mill over 2 days and then pave over 2 days, so I would expect to be about a week, weather permitting. September 16th, 165th between Columbia and Euclid.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we just gonna approve that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
motion
you.
to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anything else from department heads or their representatives? Okay, moving on to correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $60,000 of CIB funding be allocated for ongoing general engineering services and the professional agreement services for NEES Engineering of Hammond.
CIB met Tuesday night, approved the funding allocation. This is an annual, semi-annual, I guess, agreement with NEES to do general engineering on work that the engineering department doesn't have the technology to complete, so.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter B, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $12,230 of CIB funding be allocated for the pavement corings on 165th Street and Michigan Street, and agreement for professional services with Advanced Engineering Services of Hammond.
These are for design services, geotechnical corings and borings on 165th between Kennedy and Kentucky, and also on Michigan between Calumet and Holman for pavement design. So we'd ask for your approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $12,500 of CIB funding be allocated for the 4800 block of Linden Alley, French Drain, and approval for the recommendation by Nees Engineering to award the project to Sawyer Plumbing.
Councilman Salinas has asked us to take a look at a standing water problem on the alley between, it's the 4800 block, between Columbia and Linden, that alley. The recommendation is to put a French drain in. CIB approved the funding on Tuesday, would ask for your approval of the funding allocation and the recommendation from Nees.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Letter D, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $65,900 of CIB funding be allocated for the 400 block of Fayette Street curb installation, and approval for the recommendation by Nees Engineering to award the project to H3 Concrete.
This is the area, the 400 block of Fayette on the north side. This is where the Moto Tiki is. Their standing water problems have been there for some time. Councilman asked us to look at a solution, so it's adding a curb to improve the drainage. We're splitting this. The CIB is coming up with 50% of the funding. The councilman is coming up with the other 50%. So we'd ask for your approval of the funding allocation and the corresponding recommendation from Nees Engineering.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter E, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $42,430 of CIB funding be allocated for the Sportsplex parking and landscaping improvements, and approval for the recommendation by Nees Engineering to award the project to H3 Concrete.
So when we put the traffic signal in on Indianapolis Boulevard at roughly right in front of the Sportsplex, we recognized that we had a limitation on how to get in and out of the east parking lot, the Indianapolis Boulevard parking lot. So we're converting that drive aisle to two-way, and where the police are currently parking, we're creating a new two-space parking place for the PD to be parked in for convenient access, and then we're doing some landscape improvements in the front of the building. So CIB approved the funding on Tuesday, and I'd ask for your approval of it and Nees's recommendation.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter F, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $26,296.77 of CIB funding be allocated to restore service to the street lighting on Sibley, Holman to Nick D. Line, and approval for the recommendation by Nees Engineering to award the project to Hawk Enterprises.
It's taken us a while to get to the point where we can restore service to these lights on Sibley between Holman and the Nick D. tracks. There's a new service point that needs to go in. There's some directional drilling to reconnect the circuit. This is the first step in improving the lighting around the Dan Rabin Plaza as well, because I know that that was an issue recently. So I'd ask for your approval of both the funding allocation and the recommendation from Nees.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter G, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $18,500 of CIB funding to be allocated for the guardrail on Howard Avenue and Ridge Street.
This was an appeal from the resident to the mayor's office about cars eastbound on Ridge Street departing the roadway at Howard and potentially affecting the residents' front yard and garage. And so we're moving forward on the administration's request to do this. The funding allocation is presented before you. I'd ask for your approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter H, correspondence received from the Controller's Office requesting the approval of the renewal of amusement device license for Hacienda San Jose.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter I, correspondence received from Tamara Bunch, 1106 Drackert Street, requesting the approval to close the corner of Drackert and Howard to the alley of Drackert to hold a block party on September 6, 2025, from 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. Yeah, it's
The
okay,
last
but I mean, what's today?
It's Saturday.
Oh, it's-
It's gonna be Saturday. It's coming up Saturday.
You think it's okay?
I think, yeah, there should be a problem with it, Jeff, yeah.
Motion to approve.
I second.
Were there any signatures?
Let me see. Yeah, I mean, not much, one.
It's a whole bunch of houses.
Yeah, that's it,
Okay.
yeah.
A motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Letter J, correspondence received from Kelly Talon, Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce requesting consideration to waive the processing fee for general business license. Good morning. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she is requesting that the actual business license fee be waived, and that is not something that we normally do, but ultimately it's up to the board.
How far does this go back?
It's not about the waive.
just not meeting
She
compliance?
just doesn't,
Gotcha,
yeah.
okay. Okay. Good. Yep,
Just enforce the fee.
yep. Okay.
Okay, motion to enforce the fee moving forward.
Okay.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Does that include waiving any late fee?
No.
if any
No,
of it?
No.
they don't come into play.
Yeah. Okay, letter K, correspondence received from Linda Harper, 12 Webb Street, requesting to remove the handicap sign away from the driveway and paint the curbs on either side of her driveway yellow due to vehicles parking too closely and not being able to safely pull in and out of her driveway.
No objection.
Okay. Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 8, matters from board members.
No, sir.
Nothing? Okay. Number 9, new business, letter A, agreement to purchase real estate at property located at 5550 Walter Avenue, submitted for approval.
Good morning to the board. I'm sorry, I'm trying to listen to a Supreme Court argument on a Hammond case right now. That's why I've got my AirPods in. This agreement is one that I think it's an abutting landowner, correct? And it's for $3,000, and we'd request its approval. The gentleman has indicated that he would like to either build a home on that property or increase the land next to his current property.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, first extension of agreement to rehabilitate property located at 4934 Ash Avenue, submitted for approval.
This is a property that we had up recently. This is the actual agreement, so it's just a follow-up. If we could make sure that it's set, I think we've already set it for status. It should be on the post-it. Just confirm that status date, please.
Yeah, November 20th.
Great.
Yep.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter C, funding allocation request from engineering, requesting $400 of the 3rd District Gaming Fund to be allocated for the forestry education lunch for kids, Lorex event, submitted for approval. Anybody, I know they had one at Sportsplex. Is this okay? Anybody? Okay, we're good.
Is there anything?
It's been signed,
Okay.
yeah.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter D, right-of-way permits received from engineering, submitted for approval.
Good morning. We have 11, and the majority is NIPSCO gas to make minor repairs, so I would recommend approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department, submitted for approval.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter F, garage sale permit submitted for approval. Good.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 10, old business, letter A, demolition hearing for 642 Spruce Street.
Linda, go ahead. What were you going to say? Yeah, if you have the orders, anybody here on 642 Spruce Street? Okay, you know, this was continued, I believe, on behalf of the owner. Do you have the name of the owner there on page 2 of the order?
The
Or who
owner
was
is Gregory
served?
Gable.
Okay,
Is that Gable or, yeah,
I believe they,
Goble?
I'm trying to remember why we continued that, and I apologize, I don't have my file with me. I believe the owner was here or requested a continuance.
For some reason, I thought he was on Zoom maybe, but I could be wrong.
That was 3 Locust.
Okay,
Okay, because I don't have my file, if we could continue this for a couple weeks, because I want to make sure we have good notice to the owner of the new date. So could we kick it like 2 weeks, and then I'll follow up with Linda?
do you want the 18th or the 25th?
18th would be great.
Okay,
Motion to set this for status for September 18th, 2025.
I second.
all in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, gas station exemption hearing for Nice and Easy, 4508 Calumet Avenue.
Good morning to the board. I don't know if anybody's here from Nice and Easy. Yes, come on up, right here. Yeah, Mr. Witham's here, as well as the owner, I assume. So this is the, obviously, we know about this property. It is on the southwest corner of Gosselin and Homan. We had a hearing last year.
Goslin and Calumet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, did I say Homan? I meant
Yeah, it's
Calumet.
okay.
I apologize. This actually went to hearing in '23. I believe, talking with Lieutenant Godey, that all the fuses are in good shape except for one camera that's pointed the wrong direction, but he's spoken with these gentlemen, and they're going to fix that. I don't know if Mr. Novak is here. He's going to give you his update.
Okay,
Good morning. You know, yeah, I drove by this morning to take a look, and they have done a lot of the improvements. They put in a dumpster enclosure, they painted the bollards and guardrails. They've kept the area clean. You know, the only things I noticed was, you know, there's no ADA access to the bathroom, and the ADA space probably should have been put closer to the door, but I know that you guys have plans for this station, so I understand all that stuff may end up being handled eventually with some kind of remodel maybe, but I mean, all the major things like signage issues and stuff were handled.
so you're satisfied with
I'm
granting exemption?
satisfied. And the only other thing, I know in one window to the left of the door, south of the door, there was a lot of chip displays. You can kind of see through them. Did Frito-Lay, were they open to moving that at all or no? I didn't think they.
We opened that up some.
Yeah, they did open it up some, so you can see through it better. So, I mean, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, we're gonna make it contingent.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, a motion to approve the exemption contingent upon the camera being turned facing the right way.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay,
Okay,
let's go.
shoot, wrong page. Okay, moving on to letter C, amusement device late fee for K&P Laundromat. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm
Could you give
Carl.
us your name and your association with the business?
Yes, sir. I'm Carl Kiefer. I'm the president or the owner of that laundromat at 44 Calumet.
Okay, Mr. Kiefer, can you just tell us what happened, why it's late?
Yes, sir. So I was not aware that this was a requirement of me. The machines in question here are provided by another company. And apparently, as in talking with the licensing administrator, I was told that this is a recent new policy, that the business owner is responsible for those machines. So when I applied for my business license, that's when I was made aware that this is a new policy. But that vendor is a tenant in that space, I guess that's where I'm hopeful that, yes, we pay all our fees and our licensing and all that for our business, but I was hoping to be granted some kind of grace, I guess, if you will, on this particular assessment, again, because it's not my equipment, it's in that space. Yes, being forewarned or having that knowledge now, we can certainly treat it differently, and in exchange for their tenancy in that space, I do get a small commission, but my portion is just very minor compared to the proceeds overall. I don't know what those proceeds are gross-wise, but I just know I get a small percentage of that. So again, it's my hope is that I can, ideally, and I understand there was some tension between vendors and like this and business owners, and that's where this policy change happened. But so, anyways, that's what I was pleading, is that they can be waived for me, and I guess that's just my position there.
Okay. Good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning. So when I came into this, I'm not aware of it being an actual policy. It was just that, from what I found, is that the amusement owners that placed their amusements in the businesses, they handled it. And then some did, and then some business owners, they handled it. Then there would be confusion between the business owner feeling that the amusement person did their business license, so therefore they would be late. And then the amusement people would have a problem with the business owner and they wouldn't renew the amusement. And all of these locations, we don't know or have any knowledge of who the amusement owners are.
Right.
So ultimately, the bottom line is that the business owner is responsible for everything in their business. So that's where this came about. So when I brought it to his attention, I explained that, and that the amusement in his facility has not been actually ever had a license. So the business owner is responsible to make sure that this is complied. However, he has been current on his business license throughout, no problems. So it would be my recommendation to waive 4 years of the late fees, but then pay 3 years of the other. And that's what I have on there.
What is the 4 and 3? What, the waiver of the 4
So
and 3?
there's 7 years owed. So amusement devices are $50 per device. He has 2. So it'd be $700 for the actual business license. And then it's actually $50 for the late fee as well per device. So then that's another $700. So waiving $400 and paying $300 of the late fees.
That would take about 4 years.
So $700 for the actual business license of the amusements. The other $700 is the late fee.
So $1,400 altogether.
Correct.
Okay.
So our position is to waive half of the fees that are owed. So we'll waive, because I don't know where the miscommunication was, but you are responsible for the things that are on your property. You know, if a deal needs to be worked out between the amusement provider, then that's not something the city is prepared to get into, but we'll waive half of the fees, and you'll have to be responsible for the rest. And that'll be my motion.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Do you understand that, sir? If you'd like to stay till after the meeting, you can get a copy of this, and you can pay the fee today if you'd like, and it'll have an amount on there when we're done, okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kiefer.
All right, thank you.
Okay, moving on to letter D, a status for 1037 Ames.
Good morning to the board.
Good morning.
This is the first time this is up. It has an expiration date of September 5th on the rehab agreement, so that's tomorrow. So I believe we set this up for status. It was signed by the board and approved by the board on June 5th. The owner is Joe and Vi LLC. Caitlin and John Tortorero are the owners.
I did inspections just the other day. All roofs have passed. This contractor, as well as owner, have done several demo rehabs throughout the city. They believe they can be done in 45 days, if not less.
If we could set it for a 60-day status then? And I'd request some updated photos if we can.
November 6th? It's good with everybody?
Yes.
Yes. And of course, if they're not done by November 6th, we'll have the updated photos, or we can vacate that status date.
Motion to set the matter for status for November 6, 2025.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, status for 7339 California.
7339 California. This also has a rehab agreement that expires on September 1st, so that it actually is expired. It was signed on and approved by this board on June 5th by a Reese, R-H-Y-S, Smith as the owner. It was, and the demolition order was entered on 3/13/25. I'm just looking at some other notes here. We did on this property request that a homestead be removed.
Okay,
So
yeah,
I would ask Mr. Luter to follow
double
up
check
with
on
the, I'll show the board the photos back from February. Just so you can remember, it wasn't in terrible shape, but it wasn't vacant for a significant amount of time. And there was a homestead on it. We had a Debbie Mohammed, Moramandi, show up via Zoom, and then it was affirmed on 3/16. We asked that the homestead be removed, and make sure the employee, Dylan Fashnot, that's the gentleman I remember showing up.
Okay, yeah.
Was
I think
on.
it's changed ownership since then, I believe.
Nick said he was sending the form to him at that time, so we still have a homestead issue if we could
Yeah,
follow up on
we'll
that.
double check that. So I did check with Building Inspector Pollock, and all the roofs have passed, but I'm not as familiar with this company or the owner when it comes to rehabs. So I would recommend at least another 90-day rehab agreement.
Okay,
see where
roughs
we
have
are.
passed. Are we asking, has there been contact, Bill, with them anytime recently?
I've had some contact with the contractor, at least, speaking on a couple issues that came up as far as a couple permits need to get pulled. And I believe they're still going to need to pull a few more as far as electric goes. So, like I said, probably a new 90-day rehab would be.
Could we have a 30-day on the homestead, just because I'd like to at least just see if they're responsive to us? And then I'm fine kicking it 60 days after that if they do get us that homestead removal. I just want to make sure that as we get closer to the end of the year, then we start getting closer to the deadline where we'll miss a whole year of taxes if we don't get that homestead removed.
So we're going to set the first one for 30 days, and then if the homestead's followed through, we'll give them 60 more after that.
Yeah, so I want to make sure on the agenda, it's definitely for status on the property, but homestead exemption status.
Okay, is October 2nd okay?
Yes, sir.
Motion to set the matter for status for October the 2nd, 2025.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter F, status for 6126 Harrison.
6126 Harrison. Just to set the record, this was last before the board on July 31st, which was the date of the expiration of the agreement. We had received an email from the owner, a new owner, and he said he was close to completion and needs 30 days, so we reset it for today for status.
We have the
I don't know if anybody-
contractor here, so we'll let him explain where they are on everything.
Okay.
He's also 5217.
Yep.
Good
Hi,
morning, sir.
good
Could you give
morning.
us your name again, please?
Felipe Hernandez with Hernandez General Contractor.
Okay.
In behalf of the owner, he actually run out of funds during the 30 days that he was hoping to get some funds. He just informed me, I think Monday, Labor Day weekend, that he does have the funds to continue. All we're missing is maybe like in a week or two to finish up. We're asking the board if we could get another 30 days just to finalize everything, make sure everything is up to code and make sure everything has passed.
So if he does in fact have the funding, you'll be
He
done
does.
in 30 days?
Yes, sir.
No objection to 30 days.
October 2nd date is good still. Okay, motion to set the matter for status for October 2nd, 2025.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Letter G, status for 5217 Homan.
I believe Mr. Hernandez is also here on that. As you know, last week, Mr. Hernandez appeared with the owners. I don't know if they're here today. Doesn't look like it.
They're not.
Not here today. And Mr. Hernandez represented to the board that they were going to pay him, get a contract, and he was going to start removing the panels. So that's why we're here. We asked just for a week because we wanted to, again, find out what was going on with the property.
Yes.
Can I ask you,
So-
something, Mr. Hernandez, why aren't they here today? Did they say?
They did not say. I told them that I was going to be here, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Okay.
But, you know,
Go ahead, sorry. No.
Okay.
so we have signed the contract yesterday. I talked to Mr. Luther. We have signed the contract. They gave the deposit. I'm actually submitting the permit today. I left it with Evelyn, one of the ladies downstairs, to get the permit going. I'll pay for it after this. We're going to be starting Monday or Tuesday next week. I got to make sure that I have the lift. You know, I have to still rent it, get that delivered, everything else. It's we need a lift that will reach 80 feet up in the air. So it's a special kind of lift that will take probably a week or so.
Is there going to need to be any closure of the street?
As of right now, I'm able to do it from the side, but if anything, there will be a closure to the street on Holman, and it'll be for a few hours. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen because Holman Avenue is one lane and you would be closing off, right, Dean? Yes. You'd be closing off of the entire traffic on Holman. So if that's going to happen, it's going to be like overnight or something.
Yeah, yeah, and we could. And we
But
could
you have to
accommodate that.
apply to close the street. You can't
100%,
just close
yes.
it yourself,
Uh-huh.
right? How does that occur?
He would file a letter addressed to the Board of Public Works and Safety. We can run through the engineering department. We can got the details.
I think with the lift, we're able to reach the side as well. So
Okay.
and then we could go on the sidewalk. So we should be, I think, pretty good.
Okay, well, I think we want to make sure that if the sidewalks are being closed or and the scaffold's on it, people can still walk on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if,
I just don't want he finds that he needs it, then has to put the letter into us.
No,
Right.
I think you should go ahead.
I'm
and put
still
the
gonna
letter
go
in,
ahead and put it
and
today.
if you don't have to close, you don't
Yes,
have to close, but at least we know that the days you might have to close it.
100%. Yes.
Because you're gonna have to, we have to know about it, because like Attorney Smith said, that's a one-lane traffic. We can't stop traffic. there.
100%. I agree.
Okay,
and if we're going to stop it, it's going to be like a detour, like from,
Yes.
1 to 4 a.m. or something. And, in the morning, something where it's overnight or at night where we don't have as much traffic there.
absolutely.
So,
So you're aware of all that?
Yes.
Okay, so you think we're on schedule to be done in a couple weeks?
Yeah, in about 3 weeks.
Okay, so are we setting another status,
If
Kevin?
if we start, I think if you give me 30 days, we should be fine.
I think we want to set it next week to see if it started. And this is nothing against Mr. Hernandez. This is all about following up on these owners and making sure that he's getting paid, that they have a contractor in place, that the work is proceeding, which it sounds like it's going to, but, I can go through my notes back however many times that we've heard the work's going to proceed.
More than we can count.
I agree.
But,
That is correct. So between the owner, we had a few conversations yesterday, the two owners yesterday, and they informed me that they're trying to sell the building.
we're aware of that.
But they're trying to basically get that cost that I'm charging them into the new owners. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I told them that I need to get paid before. I can't start work,
You're renting a special lift on top of it.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
that's not gonna be
yeah.
cheap.
Based on what you did, we are for sure setting it then for next Thursday.
100%,
because
yes.
I want to make sure that you're paid and ready to go. And you're already
100%,
working on it,
yes.
okay? So,
Order to appear?
order to appear for the owners, yeah. Okay.
Motion to set this for status for September 11th, 2025.
I second.
In order to appear to.
In order to appear.
Donnie?
Yeah, I second that also.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for being here,
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Davis.
Of course.
Thanks. I had one other matter under old business, which is Stanton, 2104 Sherman. The owner's here, I believe, right? Come on up. This is under a rehab agreement, but I don't think we had a status date set based on my communication with my office. It looks like the first extension for rehab was just approved on August 7th and expires 10/17. So I wanted to get a date in and around 10/17 for a status, so this gentleman can come back and we can talk about the progress at that time.
What do we have around six? Right after September?
Yeah, right around
17th?
October 17th, right around
October
October 17th.
We- We have the 16th or the 23rd of October.
Any better for you, sir?
23rd is fine.
All right, 23rd. And did you want to say anything while you're up? Or
No,
we
I
good?
just wasn't
Okay.
sure what time my date was. I didn't
Yep.
want to miss it because I wasn't 100% sure what the date was.
Okay. We're good then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, 2104 Sherman, what was the date?
October 23rd.
Thank you.
for
9 a.m.
status. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, yes, sir.
Do we need to make a motion on that? Okay, I'm gonna make a motion for 2104 Sherman for October 23rd, 2025 for status.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, late rental registration hearings, I don't see any. The meeting's now open to the public. If anybody has anything they want to say. Okay.
Bruce?
Okay.
Okay, motion to adjourn.